Wolfpack back again today with another Bloodborne video here. As you can definitely tell by the title, we are going to be doing the strength only stat build. Let us hurry up and load up this game. Where is it? Armstrong. It has been a little bit since I've done a video. Do hope you guys enjoy. I am actually accompanied in the party by another YouTuber, same as me, named his YouTube channel is named Mark of the Den. You guys might know him as we call him Blackmailed in our game chat. Whoa, what is that? That's new. Usually don't do that.
Question mark?
I just had like a black line, like I was in a dialogue scene, come across my screen. I haven't really had that happen. So I do not remember anything that we were mainly doing in the last episode. I think I was farming echoes, or I had just attempted a boss. Let me see what I have unlocked here. Yarnum Headstone. Okay, so we have that. So we... wait. Church of the Good Chalice. Yeah, so that means we beat the... Blood-Starved Beast. That's what it was. So we have beaten the Blood-Starved Beast. We have not fought Vicar Amelia, I don't believe. No. We have not beaten Vicar Amelia. We have actually got to the Yargle Unseen Village. We got the Abandoned Workshop. Okay, so... I remember what we were doing last episode. We are looking for the Hunter Workshop tool. Not workshop. The glyph tool, I guess you would call it. Oh yeah, it was the workshop tool. Alright, we have no items in our inventory. Why is that? No, I don't really need pungent cocktails right now. We'll use what in that slot? Guess we don't really need anything in that slot right now. We'll just leave it as that then. Alright, so in this episode it's going to be a bit of echo farming towards our next level. So beginning of the video might be a bit boring. This is going to be a pretty lengthy stream actually. It is going to be more than the usual streams are, so it's going to be over an hour, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours most likely. This video is most likely going to carry over to probably the 3-hour mark to 4-hour mark. I'll be showing you pretty much most of the farm that I do, and probably some of the bosses if we get around to the level requirements that I'm looking for.
Yum yum.
I knew you were there, but you're usually behind the smoke right there. Don't know why you weren't that time. Gonna smack down some of these enemies real quick. I've noticed if you go into the areas where it's a bit harder for you, but you don't actually have too much of a trouble killing enemies, it is a better farm area because it is later in the game. But one of the older farming methods that I used to do was I actually used to just go through and do every area and farm out each enemy, or every enemy in each area. So I'd start at the very beginning of the game, and then I'd just constantly move through the stages. Try not to use lanterns to teleport that much, so that way the enemies didn't respawn. And I'd kind of just go through until I pretty much wiped everyone out, and then I would take the lantern back to the dream and head back to the first area, do it all over again. Or another method is after you complete the final area that you have unlocked that you can go to, you can actually just die to the last enemy, and then go back, grab your echoes, and then start basically from the end part that you finished, and go back towards the beginning. So that's there's pretty much two farming methods there. You can go through from the start to the end and then die, then the end to the start, which will usually, as long as you're not putting your echoes into levels, you'll pretty much gain the same amount of echoes every time you go through the farm method. So dying at the end and then going through and killing everything before you pick your echoes up is a pretty decent idea. Don't know if I'll make that. I did. Wonderful. Let's see if I can't sneak attack this guy.
His headshot. What? Wait.
Try to sneak attack this guy here. Oh, and heal. Oh, it's not letting me heal. I might die here. Nope, perfect. I've used up 3 of my 6 blood vials so far. That's where some of these might go, actually, is blood vials, unless I decide to go back to the first area, which actually there's a really good spot, which I've probably mentioned before, where you can farm blood vials pretty efficiently as long as you have these shortcuts. Have I killed the hunter here? I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, okay, so I've killed both of the hunters here. I know there's a couple birds around here. The tech is really annoying. Alright. I know I've went down that way and gone through. That's a pretty decent farm area. That charge attack is annoying. See if I can dodge around you here, get behind you. Don't know how I missed every single one of those. Ooh, perfect. He walked right into that. Alright, so we're gonna actually go and do this farm area here real quick. Jump here, roll down to here. Ooh, did not want to fall that far. Heal up. Now that I've already been through here, I'm just gonna run through, kill everything. You guys have seen where everything spawns and all that. I did forget, however, that they do deal quite a bit of that fucking not frenzy shit. Fuck. The slow poison. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's just poison, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't played this game in forever, so I'm unsure of what everything is now. Use this. Dodge away from you. I actually managed to use my attack to my advantage there and sidestep that. Two for one. It's better to get these guys bunched up into a large group and try to hit them all together. It can become pretty problematic if you miss the attack because they're too far away and then they can rush you. But if you're careful, you can usually recover. Just always try to keep, I'd say maybe about that much of your stamina left for a dodge, just in case you don't get the hit. You can immediately dodge after. There are actually some like cancels with certain attacks. I don't know
I
them.
die in endgame.
Oof. Heard it here, folks. You got blackmailed, dies in endgame.
Yikes. Yikes. Sorry for the spoilers, but I die in endgame.
Yep. Mark of the Den channel
Is that
is
a
now
dude?
Mark of the Den channel is now shut down via the creator and owner's death in
Thanos. Thanos executed me.
Thanos picks you up like a bitch and slams you. Come on, motherfucker, drop.
To be honest. To be honest, it would be understandable. He'd be able to body any one of us, to be honest. I mean, he bodies
Dude, he can
Hulk,
body
so
any
like,
of the Avengers, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but
not
Thanos is someone,
bodies.
like, even without the Infinity Gauntlet, you have to think, he did some pretty fucked up shit to begin with. I mean, he conquered an entire planet.
It was more than a planet, Justin. It's more than a planet.
No,
planets.
No, I'm talking about the like only planet that I believe that it actually shows him conquering is the one where he gets Gamora and makes her his daughter. He conquers her fucking planet.
Pretty sure there was a couple more, but I don't know.
I mean, there is probably more, but I don't know of them. Oh, you fucking bitch.
I haven't watched the
like
movie in a while, so I don't remember right off the top of my head.
Yeah, neither have I, so that's why I'm saying, oh, fuck, did not expect you guys to come around the corner on me.
And I know Thanos is pretty strong, because he absolutely bodies the Hulk, so...
You know...
Absolutely smacks Hulks around. Like,
you know, that's what I've never understood. Like, there's always... Like, it's always been said that the angrier the Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. So when I think of Thanos just bodying the Hulk, I'm like, physically, how?
Whoa, let's put this into... If I'm not... because what happens is, in the movie, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Thor, or somebody rips Hulk out of the spaceship they're in, because they're in space, and the Hulk can't breathe out in outer space. I don't think he can, in the movie anyway. And as he's falling through space or whatever, he loses oxygen, and he pretty much faints or whatever, and he goes back into human form, or back into Mr. Bruce. So, in all retrospect, he can't get angry if he's knocked out.
Well, no, in the actual movie, it shows when he goes into his Hulk form, like when he transforms into the Hulk, the Hulk gets into an actual fight with Thanos, and Thanos completely destroys him. Like, but you have to think about it. Like, have you ever been in a fight and you swing a punch, like you throw a punch, and the dude just straight up blocks it, and you don't get pissed because you feel inferior to said person? Like, the more Thanos deflected or blocked the Hulk, the angrier he would have gotten. Because the Hulk was basically known as the strongest person at this point. So, to find someone who was possibly stronger than him would make him, I believe, would make him furious.
Well, to be honest, he didn't have the chance to do that because he did get yanked out of the ship, so... Well, he got launched out of the ship, so he couldn't retaliate. He just got his shit kicked in, and he got launched off the ship, and...
No, he got transmatted off the ship, basically. They used the Bifrost to... Thor used the Bifrost to transport him to Earth to warn the other Avengers and everything. Or not really the Avengers, I guess you would say, but they were basically just dicking around at this point. That Thanos was actually on his way and he was a major threat. So when he was on the ship, he was breathing just fine, and then after that, like, you would think the Hulk would be angry and he wouldn't be able to go back into Banner form because he'd be so pissed. But in the movie, he doesn't reappear.
Because he's a little bitch. He got his ass kicked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would think he would reappear, or he would have hit, like, Earth in Hawk form because he was pissed that he was beaten.
No, I think it was Thor that was ripped out the plane. Never mind.
Yeah.
It wasn't Thor.
Thor was the one who was found floating in space by the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Which, in all honesty, I didn't expect them to be in Infinity War. I really didn't.
It does make sense. They are quote-unquote Guardians of the Galaxy, so it does make sense for them to...
Yeah, but the weird part is, like, if you actually pay attention to some of the dialogue in the movie, the Guardians of the Galaxy basically don't even know that Earth still exists as it once was. They believe it's a wasteland. Or at least Star-Lord does. And then after he finds out, he's like, is this still the most popular movie? And starts asking a bunch of questions, which makes you wonder, where the hell did he, like, where was he even living when he was originally, like, on Earth, to think that the Earth was turned into a wasteland? Like, what caused that? There had to be some ulterior, like, situation that made him believe that. So, is there, like... Because I'm pretty sure it shows him at the beginning of the movie that he's on Earth. Like, not in his childhood form. I'm talking about when he is listening to the tape recorder when... the fucking needle dude, I don't even remember his name. He was that unimportant to the plot. But when he's, like, going through the runes and everything, and you first see him as Star-Lord, like, he's just traveling through runes and everything with his ship. It's it's pretty much, like, shown that he's on Earth. I mean, that he's even captured on what I would believe to be Earth. Or I'm just completely mistaken in getting my planets mixed up because... whatever. Or maybe a planet similar to Earth? You know what we haven't talked about in a while, Nick? Straight up. Do you remember that one time that me, you, and I believe it was Dylan, we were all contemplating making a YouTube channel where we did nothing but talked about games?
Did we?
Yeah, remember we had...
familiar,
yeah, remember we had, like, that...
familiar,
we straight up, like, chatted out front of my house for, like, I think it was an hour and a half, 2 hours about, like, the perfect style of like an SAO type game.
Oh, yeah, I remember
and
that.
Like, how
yeah,
it would function and everything, and how it'd be really neat if the game had a, like, in-game currency transfer to real-life currency and everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, I still believe that that is a really good idea. I mean, we have no gaming background for programming or anything. Don't get me wrong on that. We're not saying that we could make such a game. It's a
good idea, but we're not technologically advanced to be able to do all that just yet.
No, like,
if we plan on doing, like, all of it...
That's not even, like, what I'm saying. Like, not even building the game is the question. It's just, I think it's a good idea to get a channel out there where we just sit down, we talk about the games, and we try to figure up, like, good ideas for games and stuff. Because I truly feel like the gaming population's opinion is mostly ignored for developer cash grabs. So I feel like if there's a channel out there that actually grew and became popular as such a channel as that, I feel like that the gamers' voices for certain game mechanics wouldn't go unheard anymore. Like, they'd be more understood. Because
maybe they'd make changes to the games that, like, actually listen to their players and actually listen and, like, change certain things that need to be changed.
Like, give a game for an example, Nick. I can't think of any that are really shitty other than Destiny, and I can't really think of a way to make it any better anymore. I gave up on that.
I really can't think of any games right now, to be honest. The thing I could really think about is Rainbow.
Okay, let's do Rainbow then. Let's list off a couple things that are wrong with Rainbow. First off,
headshots. Mechanics.
Yeah, headshots are inaccurate as fuck.
You're killing people.
Recoil on some people's weapons are completely busted. Let's see.
I mean, to be fair, for some guns it does make sense, but other guns it's just ridiculous.
Well, no, I mean like this. Some guns are completely unethical to use because of their recoil, and they're really good guns, but the recoil make them completely unusable. So, like, they deal good damage, so why not lower the recoil and lower the damage to make the guns more usable, but still not overpowered?
Right.
Because, like, if a gun does 30 damage per shot, but the recoil only allows you to hit 2 shots per clip, then that's completely busted. Why not drop that down to, like, 18 damage per shot, and now you hit 4 out of a clip? Like, see what I mean? Like, if they lowered the recoil and then people complained about the damage output for the recoil output, then they could just lower the damage output to make it equal to the recoil. By making the gun more accurate and reliable, the damage doesn't have to be as high.
Oh, fuck.
Like, we'll take Ella for a prime example. Ella's gun used to be one of the best guns in the game.
Scorpion Evo, yes sir.
Yeah. It used to be one of the most overpowered guns in the game. I can admit that. So what do? They buff her recoil to almost beyond usable.
To be honest, I think it was kind of stupid to change Ella from, or changing her impact to barbed wire and deployable shield. 'Cause she's a roamer. All roamers, or a good amount of the roamers, have impacts.
Yeah.
Legion, or not Legion, Vigil, Cav, a couple others. I can't think of the name of all of them right now. They all have impacts. So why doesn't Ella? Like, I didn't read up too much about why they removed her impacts, but I think it was kind of stupid how they got rid of her impacts.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree with that. Dude, I'm just getting hammered right now in this game. These dudes are still a major-ass issue for me. Alright, he's dead. Wonderful. But, I mean, like, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. So, if they were to just lower her recoil, and seeing everyone was basically complaining about her damage output because they were dying too quickly to an overpowered gun because the recoil was not awful, and her damage output was great, then lower the damage instead of increasing the recoil. Leave the gun reliable, but still balanced.
Right.
Like with the, let's take the ACOGs for example, okay? So everyone complained that it was Ash, right? That had the ACOG that just got removed, I believe. So everyone complained that Ash was completely overpowered with ACOG. So what do? They remove her ACOG. Okay. What does that in return do? It makes her gun less reliable. It makes it...
I think they did it so people use her G36 more than her R4.
I mean, yeah, but which one is honestly better? Her R4.
Yeah.
And now that it doesn't have ACOG, it's less reliable, so now people are going to use her G36 more, but is that in turn... Isn't that in turn making anyone who uses her R4 at a disadvantage because it's not as balanced as the other guns anymore? Because you have to think, yeah, sure, a majority of players probably used her R4, but
almost all of them.
But you can't tell me that some people didn't use her G3, because I know occasionally I would use her G3. Not all the time, but there are some players that do like her G3, and they like the R4. I personally didn't even play Ash's R4 with ACOG. I personally don't
always
even...
used to G36 to be honest.
Yeah, I honestly, on most of the guns in Siege, I don't like the ACOG. Yes, it's a very good scope and it gives good accuracy, but I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not my style of scope. So, by removing that, it doesn't affect me in my playstyle with Ash, but it affects anyone who had used it before. Fuck, I'm out of blood vials. This is shitty. Whew. That just saved my ass. Do I got anything to heal? Nope. Alright.
Oh,
This
shit.
is about to be a bitch. Come at me. Whew. Oh, that's horrible. I hate that. Oh, fucking hell, man. I forgot how quick-footed you bastards are. I gotta be careful doing what I'm doing here. Wouldn't like to die right now. Really would not like to die right now. Blood vials? Aw, thank you. That's my man. Alright. Let us... Now that we've healed up, we're actually gonna run back down this way. We're gonna take the other path and kill the giant over there. Do 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 do. We're gonna try to clear out most of the enemies that are pretty decently easy to kill. Right now, I just now realized I'm not talking about Bloodborne at all. I'm just casually playing the game as we talk about other things in the background, which honestly ain't bad. I think me talking constantly about this game would get mad annoying and boring pretty quickly, and I want you guys to stick around for the whole video. I like making videos. It's a fun thing to do, and it definitely is fun to have you guys watching them. Let's see, can I get your attention for that reach? Yeah. Come here, big boy. I only want one at a time. Let me get another hit on you. No, 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 no. Can you attack? Can I counter in time? I can, and dead. Alright. Last swing. Perfect. Smack your ass out of the air, because I am a god. Another topic, actually, while we're at it.
Clips that make me wonder, why do we use this?
The name change on PlayStation 4 is actually pretty decent, I would say. I haven't experienced any games that have an issue with it so far, like that don't support it. Which is actually fairly shocking, seeing I didn't think most games would, just because they're usually like games that constantly show your online ID and everything, and to have it like logged in as a certain online ID and then just randomly changed would be a bit hard to implement. So for the lack amount of bugs that there are with it, I would have to rate it probably like a 9 out of 10. I just think...
For what?
The name change, like how I changed mine from my original name to what it is now. And with the lack of bugs that I've experienced from it, with the games that I've played at least, I'd rate it a 9 out of 10.
I'm not changing my name, I'm keeping it as is.
I mean, that's the only thing I have to say though, but like, I feel the name changes should honestly, I feel like they should be free. At this point, I
Right.
really do. I feel like they should be free. I mean, we pay for PlayStation Plus, or most people pay for PlayStation Plus, and then you pay for the games, you pay for in-game currency, or some people pay for in-game currency. So it's not like PlayStation doesn't get their money worth. I mean, I buy 3 month subscriptions for PlayStation Plus. So every month, or every 3 months, I'm spending $25 guaranteed every month, or every 3 months. So that means they're getting in 6 months around $50, okay? And that's just from one player. And then every game that sells for PlayStation, they make a profit from. So you have to take into account every game that is sold, every copy of a game that is sold, and how many of them are sold. Because you, like, if you really think about it, there are some people that are always constantly breaking games because they either have money to replace them, or they're just, like, not taking care of them the way they should be, and they get busted. So there's no shortage of people buying games, and they're constantly releasing new games, so they have that revenue added onto there. And then I don't know, I don't remember if they get a profit per in-game currency bought. I don't believe so, unless it's like specific games that they give like a discount on, I believe. But there's plenty of other ways that they make money. So there's no reason for name changes to cost $10 per change. They could make it free and still continue to get the exact same amount of revenue that they got before. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, we're talking about the game sales and everything. What about the system sales? Like, the system sales... Oh, damn, I just got straight fucked. But the system sales are also pretty damn expensive. I mean, on launch of a new PlayStation, it's above $500 per system. And you know there are rich people out there who go out and they buy like 3 or 4 systems. So from one person, they can make up to $2K. And now, like...
Mission Pass possesses 0 fucking IQ.
God. Now,
Fucking
say a PlayStation costs like... how much do you think a PlayStation costs to make, Nick? I'd say roughly maybe no more than $1,000.
For one, I don't think it's that expensive. I think they're actually pretty cheap to make.
That's what I'm saying. They're not expensive to make, but they're sold at a really high price. So if, let's just estimate and say a PlayStation costs $300 to make. If someone goes and buys 4 PlayStations for $500, then that's $2,000. They're making a pretty chunk of profit right there. Because that's $1,200. They're making a $600 profit on that one person alone. So for them to try to milk more money out of the players, it's a bit frustrating. I like how this is just talking of game systems and games. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna remove my jacket because it is hot as fuck. in this room. And I don't even know why I'm wearing a jacket. It's fucking hot as fuck outside. What the hell do I... Oh, yeah. Better. I already feel like my body cooled off like 80 degrees. Alright. Now that that's done, we are gonna go quickly grab our blood echoes again, because I did not mean to die to that fucker. We're just gonna run past these guys. I don't believe anyone should have picked our echoes up. If we killed everyone, they should just, yeah, should just be sent in here. Alright, so I'm pretty sure it cost more than 30k echoes to level up right now. Fuck, I was hoping jumping past them. I should have figured that was...
Throw my foot down your ass, retard.
Oof. Righty. That was intense.
Oh,
also, Nick. Important question. I'm gonna be doing a, after I get out of school, right, and summertime hits and all that, I do plan on doing a pretty extensive challenge. Okay? Would you be interested in attempting to go for a Guinness Book of World Records with me?
For what?
The longest Minecraft stream. The current one, I believe, is either 35 or 36. It's either 35, 35, 35, or 36, 36, 36. I would be attempting to go for 48, 48, 48.
36 hours?
Yeah. We'd be attempting to stay up for 2 days straight and fucking do nothing but stream Minecraft in a constant video. Is what this attempt would be. Now, I don't know all the details on how it would work if we both did it, but, I mean, it's still something that would get pretty well known. I'm doing it mostly to not really get into the Guinness Book of World Records. I really don't really care about that, I would say. I feel like it would help my channel get more known if I managed to even if I got over a second after like the original record. So if it's 35, 35, 35 and I got 35, 35, 36, I would be completely okay with that. It wouldn't really bother me that much. I just think it would allow the channel to become more well known, and it would help the name get out there, and it help the channel grow, which in return would allow me to get monetized sooner by getting more subs and more views. And then if that happens, then I would get more money. I could use that to get more equipment, or equipment, I guess I would say, because I don't have any really other than the PlayStation here, to edit videos, make videos, and stuff like that, which would allow me in return to push out more, or not more, but higher quality content. Ah, you dick. That hurt, you know. Okay, let me lock on, please. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna head back to the Hunter's Dream. We're gonna check the current price on how much it is to level up. How many blood echoes. It's gonna take us... dude on the stairs. will be an issue if I am not careful. There we go. Run past.
Your life has been copyright claimed. We're not sorry about this.
Oof. Can I speak to you yet? Are you gonna give me any sedatives? Nope. Okay. Return to the hunter's dream. But yeah. So it probably won't be until the summertime. I'm not gonna file an official report, like to have someone come and watch the stream. I don't think that's necessary. If it is, I'll look it up more. If it is, then I will. But if I can just stream it and have it all in one constant video, then I'll probably just do that and then send the video clip in.
Very well, let me...
And wait for the update on that. Oh, so okay, wait, how much did it cost per level? Only 5? Oh. Okay, well that'll put us up to 40. So that's nice. There's going to be a lot of items in this game we can't use. Mostly it's going to be these 2 weapons for the whole game. Or these 3. The Hunter's Axe, the Saw Spear, I believe, and the Hunter's Pistol will most likely be our main weaponry here. No. So I need Twin Bloodstone Shards for that. What about this? Bloodstone Shards. I'll definitely upgrade that. Might as well upgrade the torch. Don't know how long we'll use it, but it will come in handy. What about on here? Do I have any better gems? 77. Might as well. Nope. Saw Spear. 39. Increase anything here? Nope. Okay, what about here? Okay, nothing there.
Who messaged me on my day off? I'm busy beating my cock. Fuck off.
Alrighty then.
I shall return momentarily.
Alright.
I will return momentarily. I must go steal shit, bro.
Buy an extra throwing knife. What items do we have that we don't need? Nothing really. We also have to figure out, we're not too far into the game honestly, but we do have to consider what ending we're gonna go for. Which one of the 3 that we will attempt to go for. I will not say them right now. I will tell them after we get later into the game. Only thing I can really think of to do right now is we're level 35. I say we go and we attempt Vicar Amelia, and we just basically try to defeat her right now. We don't need any of these, so we're just gonna sell these. Good and all, but we don't need them right now. We're not gonna sell any of those. We don't want to sell any of our chalices. That did give us a bit more of these. We're gonna purchase a Molotov and another throwing knife. Not thinking about that.
Not answering my question, lady! How did you end up in my room?
Yep, just as I thought. We have 4 in there, so we'll take those. We're never gonna be able to use the old hunter's bone, so we'll go sell that. We'll sell 13 pebbles. Because we don't really need that many pebbles at all. So, yeah. Alright, so let's see. So, first off, 13 pebbles. Shining coins, might as well sell all 12 of those. We don't really need them. The Old Hunter's Bone, sell that. We're gonna want the Bold Hunter's Mark. And we're gonna purchase actually 10 blood vials should be enough. We'll purchase 2 more throwing stars. Purchase another Molotov. Then might as well purchase 1 more blood vial. So that way we got Molotovs. Actually, put that on first. Numbing Mist. That is definitely going to be something that we want to put on. Pretty sure fire paper is effective against Amelia. Beast blood pellets aren't going to be useful in this fight as on our bar here. Let us see. I don't have anything else of major use right now. So actually, we'll just leave that on the hotbar then. We're going to head to the Cathedral Ward. We're going to attempt Vicar Amelia once. If we happen to use more than what we believe we should on her, and we don't manage to kill her, we will probably just go and level up some more, because we still are running our base stats of everything but strength. So without knowledge of speedrunning tactics that get her into a stun lock or get her just like to die really quickly by doing certain attacks on certain body parts, I don't really believe that it is a gonna be a fairly easy fight. If we haven't already defeated her, I can't remember. We either defeated her or we attempted to defeat her and got our asses handed to us. Most likely the second option. That happens to me a lot. A lot more than it ever should. In all honesty, yeah, we attempted her and got our asses destroyed. That's what happened last time. Alright, so before we even enter, there's one thing. Beast blood pellet, and then fire paper. Immediately switch to the throwing. Step in and throw a knife. Hopefully hit her for it. Yep. She's gonna jump. Try to get behind her and hit her with the... Is she already healing? I might hit her with one of those just in case. I want to hit her with a Yearn real quick. So that way when I hit her with a Molotov, it's going to deal more damage. Ooh, that did a lot. I don't know how you managed to hit me with that, but okay. Okay, I need to heal first before anything else. Dodge or not. Yeah, I might die. There's a high chance I'll die. In all honesty, I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. I will most likely die during this fight. I am not that good at this game. I want to hit her with another mist. Keep her from possibly even attempting to heal. Yep, that was BS. I couldn't dodge. Well, we used 2 fire paper. I would have only liked to use the 1. We got her pretty low. I don't believe I can buy fire paper. I will have to actually check that. I might be able to buy it with Insight. If we can buy at least another fire paper, I will definitely attempt the boss fight again. But that was kind of annoying. Alright, let's see. What did we use on her? Okay. 2 fire paper, 1 urn, 1 Molotov, 2 mists, and a throwable. And a beast pellet. Okay, so the beast pellet is what's there. So I'm actually not going to use this during the fight.
Damn it. Damn him. He's too strong.
Because the beast blood pellets actually make you take more damage.
I got like the ghetto is set up right now, Justin.
What's up?
I have the ghetto is set up for my PC. I have the this piece of my old table, my old TV stand that I broke, that I just took off, and I'm using the box for my PC as my table. The table,
I mean,
my PC box, and the old TV stand thing as my box.
I mean, that's not really ghetto. I mean,
zombie spaghetti.
Something ghetto is like if the box was nearly completely destroyed and you like duct taped it completely so it just stayed together and then used it. All you're really doing is just using what you have at your disposal and making the best of what you have.
Right.
Because I mean, it's not like you can just walk out and buy a fucking like $1,000 PC stand, like PC desk.
I don't know why you'd buy a $1,000 PC desk when at Walmart you can get like one for like $100 and it's exactly the same as the one Dylan has.
Well, because there are some people out there who really love their expensive stuff.
Come integrate me, Cav. Come rub me.
You know, this boss fight, now that I'm thinking about it, is going to be harder because I am smoking a cigarette, though. Oh, fucking hell, that is damage on the ass. I should really heal full, but I should really heal.
Finger my ass, Jack.
Heal. Please. She's going to do her slam attack here, and I couldn't dodge it. Great. Sweat attack. And hits me somehow. Okay. That was BS.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back momentarily.
Also, in all honesty, I'm pretty shit at this game. I did a blind playthrough as my first playthrough. I didn't like stream it or anything. I've said it before. I didn't really honestly ever expect to finish this game. I love it to all hell. It's one of the best games I've played. So, if any of you guys ever get the like feeling or want to just go through my videos and make a meme compilation of all of my fails, I would honestly probably congratulate you. I think it would honestly be hilarious. If any of you guys do that or have done that, definitely send me a clip of that. I would love to see it. Store these. I don't need them right now. I have one fire paper that I just bought. Let us see. Let us see here. Let us see here. What if I use? We'll take all 5 of these. So I'm gonna use some of these blood echoes or cold bloods here. How much does one give me? 350. So I think if I use a couple of these. Alright, so that put me up to 1700. I'm just gonna use these to buy blood vials here. $310. Leaves us with 110. Can't buy anything else, so might as well go back and attempt her one more time. Hello, welcome to the stream. No, I'm thinking about it. I should pull the stream up on a separate platform so I can read your guys' comments.
I'm gonna follow your walls, retard. I wanna be the very best. Hello?
Fucking Nick. Dude. You know, if it wasn't for you, there'd probably be no comedy in any videos I make.
To be honest, none of my I try to be funny for other people's channels, or if somebody's streaming, I try to be funny. But then when it comes to my channel, I can't think of jack shit, dude. Like
dude,
every single one of my videos. If you go to every single one of my videos, I'm either extremely pissed off, or I'm incredibly pissed off. There's no in between. It's either incredibly pissed or extremely pissed.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, when anyone else is streaming and I'm not, I can crack jokes all the time. But then once I'm actually streaming and I try to make a joke, it either comes off as too serious of a joke, or not even a joke at all. I don't know. It's weird. Let's make sure we got everything set up here. Fire paper. First off, we're gonna switch straight to the urn. If I can do it. Actually, wait. Fire paper to the urn. We're gonna run in. Get up close real quick. Hit her with a urn. Switch. Hit her with a Molotov.
So Justin, these next couple days, I might buy Conan for PC.
For PC? Oh shit. You know, you have to let me know how that is in case when I get a PC I might buy it. But you know, I'm really not trying to get into buying games and shit that I have on PlayStation just for them to be better on PC, but not really what the hell, dude? That rapid attack though. But not actually play them. Oh yeah, we're done with the boss for now. We're still getting our asses handed to us, which is depressing. Very depressing. Level 35. Fuck. Alright, so we are actually just going to head back towards the boss, but we're not going to enter the boss room. We're going to take a different route here.
Welcome to math. Welcome to math. 2 + 2 is 4.
You know, I seen an interesting video the other day on YouTube. I was scrolling through, and it was the true meaning of school and math. So I was like, interesting. So I watched it, and dude makes some fairly good points. He goes, So, most words, like shortened words, have a meaning. And he says, if you really think about it, the word school is a shortened word. And he makes a fairly good point. Most words you would usually look at and you'd be like, it's just a word. Well, he goes, school just stands for 6 cool hours of our lives.
6 cruel hours of our... These are the days of school.
Yeah, so, like, I was like, fairly good point. They're either really good, you either have really good days at school, or you have really bad days at school. There's no in between. Like, you don't just have it was an okay day.
What's going on?
And then he goes on to explain math is just mental abuse to humans. Fairly true. Because in all retrospect, there's a lot of stuff in math that most people won't ever use. We all have to be honest with ourselves. There's just a lot in math that we probably won't ever use in our entire lives. Depressing, but true. He is gonna come back up. Because that was the staircase right there that he fell down onto. Which is a issue because of that right there. Please die. Thank you. Gracias. That's the only Spanish word I know. Yep. I only know one Spanish word. I know more French than I do Spanish. Okay, there's the first gunman. Let's see if we can strike down on you. Whoa, 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 kind sir. No clue how I managed to fuck that up. Go away. Ooh, don't know how you didn't hit me. That was pure luck. I know the other one's gonna probably sneak up behind me. No? Okay. I'm okay with that. You can stay over there. We're gonna heal before we fight him. Throwing stuff. Throwing. And switch.
Like, how?
Hold. Oh, I missed that. That was horrible. I need you to get closer to me faster, please.
How was your day today, Mr. Penguin?
Where did you just go? I need you to die. Very quickly. Indeed.
Aww.
Of course. I knew it. I shouldn't have tried to go for that. I should have just killed you and got away. But yeah, it was a very interesting video. School is 6 cruel hours of our lives. Math is mental abuse to humans. And, like, in all honesty, it starts way too early. School starts way too early. Because most people, like, whether you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, or 7 o'clock in the morning, most people usually don't fully awaken.
I eventually clutched an Emerald Diamond now.
Until, like, 8 or 9, I would like to say. So, by starting school so early, the first and, like, second periods of the day usually are just blurs for most students. But they still constantly start school at the time that they do, like, way early in the morning. I don't understand it. Alright, so if I'm correct, no, he shouldn't be turned around. I was wrong. Bitch, I ain't letting you get that off. Fuck you. You can kiss my ass. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know if you can attack me or if you can even get back up here. All I know is I'm not trying to risk anything. Ooh, nice. You're dead, but I can't get your loot. Grab it after these guys. That's how this will work. Alright, so his corpse fell. Oh, I didn't manage to get this perfect strike on you. Alright, so he's gonna come on over here. He's got my echoes. Let him attack. Drop down, hit him with a heavy. Dodge his heavy, and I should 2-hit him. Yep. Alright. Now, does it count me as getting the loot for that guy? That's Scrabbler. I think it might have. Fucking hell, I keep activating. Oh god, my controller is low. It might end up dying on me mid-fight. I need to grab my charger quickly. Keep an eye on this guy. Alright, perfect. Got it plugged in. Since when did you do a punch attack? I don't remember ever fighting one of you guys with that. Alright, R2 heavy him. Alright. I don't remember if I can... No, I can't go any further this way, so it's the opposite way. We're going to attempt to get to the Witch's Abode area. The Witch's Forest, if I'm correct, is what it's called. I don't know. Got some Twin Bloodstone shards. Which is actually off in the other direction now that I'm thinking about it. This way is for something else. This is for later in the game. Huh. So we're just gonna skip past these guys. Alright, so we have not been this way. I do know that there's a Scrabbler, or Scrabbler, whatever their names are, somewhere around here that we can kill. I think it might be... Nope, okay. It's later in then. Alright, I'll show you guys a key trick here. If you come straight off to the left here, take this dude out before he can shoot. This dog's gonna go off. Kill it. That'll alert the other gunman there. You can usually pick items up and dodge his bullet beforehand. You can get the dogs stuck up on this tree here. Take him out. Wait for the gunman to either shoot or stop shooting. You can lock onto him, just walk around the tree, one tap him by now. After that, if you follow the path around to the left here, this dude will start shooting at you. Use the coffins and everything as cover. This boulder here is perfect. You can grab this item. He will shoot. Run up. Get him. You can loot his corpse. I don't remember. Okay, the next dude's down there. You don't want to take him out yet. You want to take these guys higher up, right here out, because you have more cover up here than you do down there when you take him out. This dude's a sword wielder. You can flank either. You can either try to hit him through the coffins or try to flank around him. From here, that sniper will be able to hit you, so be cautious of that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go brush my asshole.
To get up close to him until you get to that spot, then you can run up on him. Now, if done in this order, you shouldn't have much of an issue. You should be able to honestly sneak up behind these guys, hit him with a Molotov. Won't kill him though, sadly. This group is nothing but snipers, so I should have backed off and healed. And my controller came unplugged. Alright then. Try to play that one a little too ballsy. Thought I had enough health there. Let me pull up the video now. here to here. Okay.
I'm back.
I should also be able to do this now. Just gotta be careful. Oh yeah, so Nick, I've run into a major issue, right?
Correct.
So that extended storage device I got all my games and everything on it. Well, it's so fucked up, I don't know how, that if I even plug my controller charger into the port, the other port right next to it, it fucks with the extended storage device where it's plugged in at, and causes me to have to completely repair the device and risk corrupting and losing data every single time I have to plug my charger in to charge it into the PlayStation. Which means I either
EDD mounted, let them come.
Which means I either risk losing data, or I have to plug my charger into my laptop. So that happens, but then that means I have to have my laptop plugged in.
EDD mounted, let them come.
Which is pretty fucked. So I don't know if it's the PlayStation that's fucked up or if it's the extended storage device that's fucked up. I honestly can't tell. I think it might be the extended storage device only because the fact that if I even bump into it wrong, it fucks up and tells me to repair it sometimes, but it doesn't happen all the time. So I think it might just be the USB port in the PlayStation.
Poo-poo head.
Alright, that dog should be caught up right here. Get him. You should stop firing by now. Just walk around and one tap you. Alright. So we are going to attempt this again. Same way we did before.
Suck my cocky dum-dum bitch.
Now, you should be able to pretty much one-tap any of the sniper guys here. So it's not really that big of a concern in all retrospect of just rushing them. I don't know how you hit me. Now, we're going to take a different route here so we can get to this guy easier. Weren't you a swords person the last time? Could have sworn you were. Okay, so actually going up and around like that caused him to look away, which is even better.
I'll be right back, I must piss.
Alright. Don't believe I have a better item to handle these guys. See how quietly I can sneak up on these guys. Perfect. Alright, so that right there is a much better method of taking them out. Most people wouldn't want to use their blue elixirs at this stage of the game. It's fairly useful in a not much later, but a pretty decent part of the game later on. But I'm not really too concerned about that. I played my first playthrough without using a single blue elixir, so I don't really find too much concern with that. Alright, you want to take these guys out fast because they fuck you up like they just did me. Especially if they get you cornered like that. Damn. Oh, I'm trying to hide behind the coffin with the gravestone. You're gonna shoot, or are you just gonna stand there like a moron? You're gonna switch. So, good thing about not having any insight here. There's a couple creatures that will spawn if you have insight or a certain level of insight, right at this gate entrance and everything. They're not hard, they're just annoying because they will spawn anytime you cross over that area if you have insight. So now that we are in Hemwick Charnel Lane, change our blue elixir out. Do we have the Bolt Hunter's marks? We do. Alright. Goal, unlock the shortcut and get into the boss room. Main goal, get to the boss. What we're going to do is we're going to get to the boss. We're going to Bold Hunter's Mark out, and that will give us the insight for it, but if Bold Hunting Mark out is actually the best option. Fuck. Jeez, you have a fast attack pattern. I gotta start remembering this game. I gotta start remembering your guys' attack patterns. Well, we got that lantern, so not too big of a concern. Do we spawn at that one? I believe we spawn at that one. Or did we spawn? Yeah, we spawn at this one because it's the last one we activated. So, not too bad. Not too big of a deal. Not too big of a deal. One of you two right here, no. One of the other two are most likely going to have the echoes on. The one on the left here. Let me hit you with a Molotov. I want to kill you as quickly as possible, because I don't want to risk dying an extra time losing the echoes. Yo, bitch. I'm gonna keep my distance this time. Semi-distance this time.
Ready to
Go through here, pick this item up.
Come on, dude, something ready to die.
Flame spear.
Modrist.
Bait out some of your attacks. And good. So everyone here's dead. We're gonna just slowly work our way through here, as there's some pretty annoying people here. Now, as I was saying before, the creatures that spawn, there should be one that spawns right here that you have to fight, but by not having insight, we completely avoid the spawn of the creature, making this area actually easier, which is very nice, because it's a fairly annoying thing to fight.
Let's bay.
We just want to make sure we're full health here. There should be a dog around. Yep, just like I thought. This lady should have a dog with her. Issue, I don't know where the dog... Oh, okay, dog's right there. Almost didn't notice you. Anything? Nope. Alright. Now, question is, do we fight the massive troll? Or...
Real nice job, bitch!
Molotov bitch up here. I did notice if you want to throw good Molotovs at him without him being able to hit you fairly easily, use the staircase to your advantage, because you can hit that first Molotov pretty accurately. Seeing you're on a lower ground, your character throws a little higher sometimes when he does his charge attack, so it'll actually allow your Molotov to be thrown a little lower than what is needed. Might as well drop attack her, make sure we kill her in one hit. Alright, item to loot off in this area, if I'm correct, right down here. Yep. There should be another way up, isn't there? Yeah, right along here. I just usually drop down after taking out the Molotov lady. There's going to be a ambush down to the left here. I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way. Easy.
Ouch.
Now, there's going to be a lot of birds here. This is where you really start getting into the area where you would like to be a decently higher level, because the birds are pretty well hidden. Like, you wouldn't really notice that unless you're looking for them. Now, these ones are
fairly conspicuous, actually. They're kind of easy to notice. They hide off into this corner, ambush you once you go just straight for the loot. We're gonna activate this. We're gonna send that down. That is the shortcut. Fairly easy to get. This lady, you gotta be careful with her. She will knock you off the map. If you try to backtrack, she will fuck you up. Okay, so we're gonna take off all the items we're not using here. We're gonna equip the bolt paper.
Scotty,
and a blue
Jesus,
elixir
man.
here. We're gonna pop the blue elixir so that way we can get past this troll bastard without getting him to accidentally knock us off the map. Okay, then. I couldn't dodge. Figured as much. Great. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Stream's been going for a little over an hour now. You know, I'm kind of contemplating. Do I do one long stream, or do I do a couple short streams now?
The entirety of one stream.
What?
The entirety of one long stream.
Well, do people really want to sit through like 4 hours of gameplay? Not really.
Do people want to go through multiple different videos?
Well, they wouldn't be of the same game. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, do I do the same game for multiple hours, or do I do multiple streams of separate games? Because, you know, I'm kind of getting tired of Bloodborne already. I mean, it's fun and all, but dying constantly is making me very depressed, and I'd rather go play a game that if I die in, I don't respawn and have to worry about dying and losing everything. You know what I mean? No, I still gotta do a video on fucking Dark Souls. I haven't even played the game yet. I still have to do an intro and video and show off my start of the game. I mean, technically, I played the game. I made a character, defeated my first, 5 enemies, and then stopped playing it. I just made, a character to test out the controls and everything. See how they functioned. Honestly, completely different than Bloodborne. Completely different. Kinda hurt me.
Slob on my
about
mind, she done, little bitch. Call me Captain Cockslump.
Didn't die on the first swing. Drop anything? Nope. Alright. Ambush time. Once you get good enough, you can just run and drop down on her.
Why did I think this was a Fortnite? I kinda feel retarded now.
Why'd you think what? Fucking hell, dude. Yep, I just lost all those echoes. 23k. Gone. Yep, I'm gonna do multiple separate streams.
Wait, he's not a man, he's a cyborg.
I just don't know if I'll be able to play this game any longer. Alright, well, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, hit the like button. And as always, if you did not enjoy the video, hit the dislike button. Let me know what you didn't like in the comment section down below. I would like to always be able to make better content for you guys. So if there's something that a majority of you do not like about the videos, then, hold on, my throat is dry as fuck. Then let me know down in the comments below. I don't look at them very often, but I do go through them when I see that there is a new one. So I will read them and I will take them into consideration. So if you think that the videos are too long, I try to shorten some of them sometimes, unless I'm doing long streams like this or multiple streams like this. Then I try to give you guys enough content to watch for a little bit. And if the videos are too short, I can make them longer. I can make some of them longer, do some shorter ones. I do actually have a couple video clips that I have to edit via PlayStation's editor mode, which isn't great, but it still does the job. And upload, they are, I believe, a couple from Siege and a couple from GTA 5. I might have a couple from a couple of other, I might have some from a few other games. I'm trying not to use the word couple so much. So there's going to be some video clips coming out. They will be very short, somewhere between like 2 or 3 minutes to like 15 or 20, maybe close to 25 to a half hour max, I'd say. Nothing's going to exceed at least 35 minutes at all. I try to keep them as short as possible, show you guys the parts in the clips that are relevant. But like I said, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button to see more of me on your daily homepage. As always, I'll holla at you guys later.